Good morning, 8th grade, Monday, April 20th. Not how I had hoped to start back after spring break. I had hoped that we would all be back in the classroom so I could see you all and hear about your spring breaks and see who had the best tan. But this is our reality. I am thankful and blessed that we can have this reality and I can teach you via online learning, but I'm still sad I don't get to see your faces. So first thing, definitely, we need to do some kind of a Zoom conference this week. So I will figure it out and see which day looks like it's going to be best, but I definitely want to see your faces. So that's going to be mandatory this week, okay? Secondly, you are sometime in the next week or so here going to get something in the mail from me. It's been something I've been working on over the spring break here. So just a little something to let you know that I've been thinking about you and I miss all of you guys. And hopefully when I don't want to give too much away because I kind of want it to be a surprise. But hopefully when you look at what I'm sending you, it will remind you of how much I love all of you guys and I miss you all and we're all in this together. Okay. And we're one. We are one. So, you guys are in a different situation here with being in 8th grade. And I know this is not how any of us thought that you would spend the remainder of your 8th grade year. I know James and I have been talking a lot about, last quarter of 8th grade, there was a lot coming up. And it's just, it is what it is. And I feel bad for you guys. So we're going to make the most of it. And hopefully maybe come up with some fun alternatives that will still allow us to follow the rules that the governor has set in place, but still honor the fact that you guys are getting through your 8th grade year and, getting ready to transition to high school, which is monumental. And all of us are so proud of you all. So we'll figure that part out. But in the meantime, we need to get through 4th quarter. So prior to going on break, we had read through chapter 5 of Divergent. So basically, as I kind of plotted out what 4th quarter is going to look like here, or I guess I should say the remainder of 4th quarter, my game plan is to get through the remainder of Divergent with daily reflection questions, continuing with the vocab, and then we need to write the conclusion for your research paper. I did get through the majority of your body paragraphs. I'm not going to lie. I took a little bit of a break this past week. It was nice to just kind of disconnect from my computer. But I did get through a good chunk of them. So the remaining part is really just getting your conclusion in. So what the remainder of this quarter is going to look like is getting through the rest of the reading of Divergent, getting those reflection questions in on, a daily basis, working on the vocabulary, getting the conclusion submitted for your research paper, which will then basically be the end of your research paper. And then, I haven't come up with it yet, but some kind of an overall, either a project or a writing assignment that has to do with Divergent. I have a couple of ideas, and I just haven't necessarily decided on one. And ideally, I may offer like 4 or 5 different options so that you can decide which one seems like it might be the best fit for you. And then at the very end, you will have a final exam. You thought you might be getting out of that, right? A final exam, which will be a written essay, and that's to be determined in terms of the topic. Okay. So, what you need to, and this will all be typed up in Canvas. What you need to get done for Wednesday is to read chapters 6, 7, and 8 in Divergent. I will again post the online PDF links for the reading, but I'm also going to post another link in case you would rather just listen to someone reading the book. Some of you do better with reading it. Some of you do better with listening to it. Some of you do better with a combination of both. Whatever works best for you, okay? Because that's what I would be doing in the classroom. Ideally, I would be reading it aloud to you, would be stopping and pausing at different times to kind of talk about things. So I want to offer both options so that you can decide what works best for you. And then the questions will be posted, and then the vocab, okay? I think that pretty much covers it for today's lesson. So just to reiterate, I miss you guys. I really wish we were back in the classroom today, but this is the reality of things. I hope you are all healthy. I hope you all feel safe. We definitely need to do a Zoom chat this week so that I can see some of your faces, because I really miss your faces. And look for something in the mail from me in the next week or so. I'm just about done getting it all ready to go out in the mail, so I would think by the beginning of next week, you all should be getting it from me in the mail. Okay? All right. Don't hesitate to email me with questions or concerns. And also, just to reiterate, if you do turn in something late and it says closed on Canvas, please just submit it to me via email. That helps me see that you did, in fact, turn it in. Because once it's closed, that I usually then check things in on Canvas, and you guys know I put it in as missing and a 0. So if you then submit it to me via email, then I see that you've turned it in, and then I can update it in Canvas, okay? Because I did design something that all of middle school teachers are going to be using with a Google Excel sheet, so that all of us throughout the middle school can see who maybe isn't turning things in. Is it becoming a pattern? Mr. Rizzo is looking at it, and then we don't want it to get to the point where I've contacted you, I've contacted your parents, and now Mr. Rizzo is contacting your parents. Because this is your 8th grade, the end of your 8th grade year, and we want you all to finish really strong, okay? We realize these circumstances aren't ideal, but we need to finish strong, and we're all in this together, so, okay? So, we'll see you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I will talk more about your conclusion, and I will give the notes on the conclusion so that you can be working on that for your research paper into Friday. And then the conclusion itself will be due on Monday. I don't even know what date that is. A week from tomorrow. So we can get that research paper turned in. And then the final component of that research paper will be your works cited, where you talk about the different sources that you've used. Okay? All right. Take care. Get everything turned in, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.